A non-stop whirlwind of fights, court dates, men and babies. Jenelle Evans' life has been turbulent ever since she's been a public figure. Still, this week has been wild even by the Teen Mom 2 star's standards, and she just cranked the tension up another notch, or 10. Over the past week, the Carolina Hurricane has been accused of child neglect and abuse by members of her own family, no less. Specifically, that she was under CPS investigation for allegedly testing positive for marijuana and passing it along to her baby. Jenelle welcomed her daughter Inslee this past January, reportedly having failed a drug test sometime during her pregnancy. Already in the midst of several tense situations regarding custody, the revelation prompted backlash from her kids' grandparents. Nathan Griffith's mum, Doris, wants emergency custody of Jenelle's 3-year-old son Kaiser, according to court documents. Evans and Griffith split up 2 years ago. Jenelle is currently engaged to Davidson, who's been under major scrutiny himself. Jenelle's mum, Barbara Evans, has full custody of her oldest son Jace, whose father is Andrew Lewis, who's been near from day one. Barbara has long resisted Jenelle's efforts to regain custody of the boy, and now has banned Jenelle from seeing Jace entirely. The older Evans added that Jace told her David abuses Kaiser because he looks like Nathan, a frankly disturbing allegation. To hear Jenelle talk about it, though, you'd think she were the target of a witch hunt, or at least that her side of the story isn't being heard. According to the Teen Mom 2 firebrand, it's Nathan Griffith that Child Protective Services should be concerned about here, not her. Oh, and Barbara is just a hater, or something. Oh, let's not mention how you guys call CPS so many times they even have a copy of my book now and love to visit, so thanks, she tweeted. Yes, CPS has been here and case closed every time. There's a lot they are concerned about with the other parent. Jenelle added, clearly referring to Nathan. That is why it was a race to court. My son was not being treated right on his visits, so when I expressed that, it was a race to court. She then went off on her mom for selling her out publicly, saying, we are handling this the best way we can as a family. Davidson is the best thing that ever happened to me and my mother can't seem to get over it, Jenelle explained. She's going to tell you everything she can that is bad about David to ruin his reputation cause I completely cut her out. So she's lashing back at me by posting articles and selling stories about her own daughter because it's a scream and cry for attention. But I don't care, she adds, and wishes. Evans, who conveniently ignores some of the shocking claims against her, such as her non-compliance with drug testing, feels victimized. Regarding Griffith's mom's case, Jenelle says that her mom is so vindictive and bent on payback that she's going to help out her adversary. Now, Barbara is going to bring up evidence from the past that would have been used against me in court and giving it to my ex's mom. Jenelle has since deleted this rant. Barbara said in an interview earlier this week that yes, she used the information about the CPS investigation in court, but had no choice. The act of keeping a boy away from his mom is not something she's happy about, but she says it's her duty to protect Jace, end of story. I knew all along about Inslee, and never exposed it until the day of court in May. All that time I never opened my mouth, she said. That's a fact, she says of Jenelle's drug tests. I have Jace, so when something like that happens, they, CPS, contact me. I can't send him over there when that's happened, Barbara adds of Jace, who she insists is her only concern in all of this. I don't want to put him in that atmosphere.